Hello once again. Welcome to the Tiernan Center in Richmond. It is the 7th of our 8 games in the opening round of the Wenig Memorial Tournament, and none more anticipated than this one right here. It's the Seton Cardinals and the Richmond Red Devils. Thanks for being with us. Boy, a lot of talk this week. In fact, the entire week, if Seton could walk in here and knock off the Red Devils, who have struggled this year, coming in with only 2 wins. So a lot of talk again between two teams that know each other very well. Seton coming off a loss to University in their last contest at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. And they did pick up a big win. Everybody talked about that big win at Northeastern when the Knights are ranked number 1 at the time, and Seton went there and picked up the win. But by the way, we should mention that Colton Pippinger is sick, will not be playing tonight for the Cardinals, so they will be down a starter in this one this evening. Meanwhile, the Red Devils still trying to find their place and where they belong so far this year. It has been a struggle at this point, putting 4 solid quarters of basketball together. They're hoping they can do it tonight, and they have shown at times where they can play some pretty good basketball. We saw that in Dayton in their last contest when they played Dayton Dunbar. They played very well in the first half, but in the second half could not sustain it, but they're hoping they'll be able to do that here tonight. We have had, again, 6 games already in the books, so when we come back in a couple of moments, we'll talk about those 6 games, get you updated on everything that has happened so far here in the tournament. We'll come back with that in just a couple of moments. Your starters on the way. It's Richmond and Seton. Pregame brought to you by New Vision Sports.
If you would like your athlete to take their game to the next level, look no further. New Vision Sports and their staff has over 20 years of experience in coaching and developing the serious-minded athlete. New Vision specializes in improving your basketball skills, overall speed, and agility. Find them on Facebook or Twitter, or give them a call at 765-977-5831. Again, call 765-977-5831, or go to their website at newvisionsports.com.
Injured athletes can be evaluated at Reed Orthopedic Center, 1400 Highland Road in Richmond. Request a same-day or next-day appointment to be evaluated by medical professionals who specialize in strains, sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, concussions, and other sports-related orthopedic issues. Call 935-8905. That's 935-8905. Or request an appointment online at reedortho.org. Reed Orthopedic Center, 1400 Highland Road in Richmond.
There's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some friends and come play live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else can you find this kind of variety along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
There are banks that are big, and then there's West End Bank, a bank with big ideas to help people, business, and industry. If you're just starting out on your own and want a new car, West End can help. Maybe it's your first home and you need advice on financing. West End Bank has ideas to help you. West End Bank, helping build better lives and a better community. West End Bank is a community bank with big ideas and home to a distinctive style of banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Did you know Richmond Schools offers an instrumental music program in grades 5 through 12? Did you know Richmond Schools offer classes in Chinese, French, and Spanish? And did you know Richmond offers a full slate of intermediate school athletic programs such as golf, swimming, volleyball, football, basketball, and baseball? Richmond Community Schools. We are your choice for a quality education. Go to wearerichmond.com. Jiffy Lube of Richmond features the Jiffy Lube Signature Service Oil Change. As much as you paid for your vehicle, keep it on the road as long as possible. The Jiffy Lube Signature Service Oil Change is more than an oil change. It's preventative maintenance to keep your car running smoothly. Jiffy Lube, 2993 East Main in Richmond. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, and Saturday, 8 to 5.
Preparing students for lives of
choice, purpose, are charged and ready for class.
We know what it's like to be connected in ways that have never been available in the past.
We need to end the digital divide.
Richmond Community Schools' Power Up 1-to-1 technology plan is for students and faculty. It will integrate technology into the future of limitless possibilities. To learn more, visit us at wearerichmond.com.
Mancino's Pizza and Grinders, the very best in pizza and grinders. We use only the highest quality meats, cheeses, and vegetables. It's impossible not to taste the difference. Every morning we bake our bread to ensure our customers the freshest sandwiches. Mancino's offers more than grinders. They also have fantastic specialty pizzas and salads. Stop by for lunch, dinner, or after the game. Mancino's, 217 National Road West in Richmond. The taste of quality you expect.
Once again here at the Tiernan Center as we're about 6 minutes away from the introductions here tonight as Richmond and Seton just moments away from tipping off this much anticipated game. Here's how things have gone so far today. Warren Central beat Charter, the Lighthouse Charter team, 59-44. Connorsville, they knocked off Lebanon 54-50. Franklin Central beat Tinley 71-53. It was Fort Wayne North beating Portage 85-38. Valpo down Heron 91-53. And Bedford North Lawrence, they just picked up a win over Fort Wayne Dwenger 57-56. So tomorrow it'll be Warren Central and Connorsville at 4. Franklin Central and Fort Wayne North at 5:30. Valpo and Bedford, they will play at 8:30, and then the winner of this game will play the winner of Hamilton Heights and Leo, and that game will be at 7 o'clock again tomorrow. So that is the lineup right now on the winner's side. And the loser's side, Indy Lighthouse Charter, they will take on Lebanon. That will be on the loser's side at 10:30. Tinley will play Portage at 9. And also Heron will play Fort Wayne Dwenger at noon. The two losers of this game and the next game will play at 1:30. We'll take a timeout. We'll talk more about this one coming up. We're tipping it off in about 4.5 minutes right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
It's game time. The Sportsplex is now open. Get your teams together and come out for basketball, volleyball, soccer, tennis, golf, batting cages, wrestling, and much, much more. The Sportsplex also offers court rentals for your entire team to play a pickup game or to hold practices. Use our turf fields for multiple sports, including flag football, baseball fielding, and rugby. Sportsplex is open 7 days a week. Check out FamilyFitnessWorks.com for more information and current hours, or call 765-935-0111.
There's only one place to go on the World Wide Web to find the best automotive deals. Wetzelauto.com. One of the area's largest inventories all in one spot. Wetzelauto.com. Here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Wetzelauto.com. New and used vehicles, service, parts, body shop, and rental. Plus, value your trade. It's easy to navigate. It's convenient. Wetzelauto.com. It's clickin' awesome.
Reynolds Plumbing, the area's leader in residential and commercial plumbing. Fast, friendly, 24-hour emergency service. You name it, they can fix it. Whether it's installation, remodeling, sump pumps, well pumps, water heaters, or sewer camera service, they now have service on heating and air conditioning. Give them a call at 966-0994 for free estimates. Reynolds Plumbing, 198 South 2nd Street in Richmond.
Back at the Tiernan Center, Richmond and Seton, and the Tiernan Center starting to fill up a little bit. Probably the most people we have had in the Tiernan Center so far this season. Brian Cox alongside. He's had a chance to help us throughout the entire day, and we'll have him join us. He has probably seen the Cardinals more than anybody so far this year. There's so much talk, Brian, about whether Seton can win tonight. We've had the interviews the last couple of days, and And I would imagine that Seton's always in a win-win situation like this. If they win, they're certainly huge. If they lose, they're not expected to win because it's a 1A against a 4A. But I think they really believe that they can come here and beat the Red Devils tonight.
It's interesting, Troy, that you have kind of a tale of two teams. Really, there's not a whole lot to gain for the Red Devils. I mean, it's almost kind of a lose-lose proposition for Richmond. If you win, it's like, well, you should have because they're a single-A team. And if you lose by chance, like, what are you doing losing to a school, with an enrollment probably smaller than half of your freshman class?
Yeah.
And just as you mentioned, for Seton, absolutely, it's win-win. If you knock off the Red Devils, holy cow, it's a 4A opponent. They may be down a little bit rebuilding, but it's still a quality program and a much bigger school, a much broader pool. And if you lose, oh, well, it's a bigger school. You gave it a good fight. I think there's going to be some things for both teams to glean out of this, but it is an interesting dynamic that, on the one side, it's almost a can't lose, and on the other side, it's, well, you can't really win.
By the way, one player that a lot of people are interested that haven't seen so far this season, Desmond Bain, just picked up an offer. Of course, Ohio's on that list. Miami of Ohio is on that list. He's averaging nearly 30 points per game, but I thought maybe the best game he had all year long is when he went 19-15 or 15-19, whatever the case was, at Northeastern, because he got everybody else involved.
Right. I think it was 19 points, 15 rebounds, and you're 100% correct. Northeastern went in with the mentality that we're going to try to limit Desmond as much as we can and force the other team other players to beat us. And they started out with a kind of 1-2-2 zone trapping scheme, and the Cardinals really busted that early in the game. And Colton Pippinger had 8, 10, 12 points, something like that, very early in that ball game. And towards the end of the ball game, to me, inexplicably, Northeastern went away from that defense and switched to man with a couple of minutes to go. I didn't quite understand it because Seton started having trouble with that zone scheme at the end of the ball game. But you're right, Desmond, he's a really good player, obviously, but he's not a selfish player. He definitely wants to get his players involved or his teammates involved. He's averaging 8.3 assists per game.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that there's players around the state of Desmond's caliber that have similar numbers, but I don't think there's too many that have that type of stat line.
Here's the starters tonight for the Cardinals. Billy Webster, 6'4" and a junior. He wears number 0. Nick Matthews will also start tonight, 5'10" and a junior. He wears number 3. Desmond Bain, 6'5" and a senior, number 1. Cliff Dickman, 6 foot and a senior, number 5. And Trent Reichley, 5'9" and a freshman. He wears number 22. For the Red Devils tonight, here's how they'll line things up. Trey Griffin, he's added a spark to this team from the outside, 5'10" and a junior. He wears number 3. Brendan Van Landingham, 5'11" and senior, wearing number 4. Tyrone Washington, 6'1" and a senior, number 15. Adrian Gibson, 6'3" and a senior, number 23. And Derek Clemens, 6'3" and a senior. He will wear number 34. So both lineups are set, ready to get this one underway. The talk is done. It's not really a rivalry. I mean, you need to play more to have a rivalry, but it certainly is an interesting matchup between these two.
I'm an only child, but I liken it like a big brother versus a little cousin, not even a little brother.
Yeah.
And there's no question Seton is in that vein. I think the key here is Seton is going to be losing one of their starters to sickness, Colton Pippinger. He averages 8.3 points per game, couple of rebounds, couple of assists, a couple of steals a game. The key to me for Seton is if Richmond shuts down Desmond Bain from driving into the paint and getting penetration and kicking out, Seton shooters are going to have to knock down some shots to get Richmond to spread out that defense and get off of Desmond.
So Desmond Bain will jump it up against Adrian Gibson.
Desmond averaging 30 points a game, 12.6 rebounds a game, and 8.3 assists per game.
Tyrone Washington almost losing it. The one thing about the Red Devils, can they put 4 solid quarters of basketball together here tonight? We've seen 2, sometimes 2.5. But the other thing is they just don't score a lot.
The other thing to watch early, Troy, is this is by far the largest crowd the Cardinals have ever played in. Billy Webster got a little piece of that shot.
Clemens coming up short.
Will the stage shock the Cardinals?
Here's Bain on the drive, missed it with the left hand. Gibson with a rebound. And here's Van Landingham across the timeline. Griffin for three, good. And he has been a huge spark for Richmond.
Same kind of zone trap that the Northeastern Knights put on the Cardinals.
Webster throws it away. Turnover by the Cardinals. We've seen two close games today. We have seen more blowouts than I care to see, and they've been some ugly games today.
They've been pretty bad. The shooting percentage for a lot of these squads coming in here has been horrific.
Yeah. Red Devils basketball. That's Van Landingham just in front of the Seton bench as the Cardinals will stay zone. Matthews going for the steal, goes off the leg of Clemens, and the Red Devils turn it over.
I think if the Cardinals can weather the first couple of minutes and not let this get out of hand and not let the crowd really get involved, I think they'll have a chance to really compete in this game. You know, the other thing about Desmond Troy is this is going to be probably the most athletic team that the Cardinals have faced. So how will he react to having those tall bodies with athleticism crashing down on him when he does drive to the paint? The Cardinals, that's the other thing real quick, and I don't have to get on a soapbox, but, you know, I've heard as this game has kind of, you know, the run-up to the game and talk on a lot of different sides, a lot of different people, you know, Bain's not that good, blah, 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 he plays in A. He's a really good player.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter if it's A, 2A, 3A. He's a good player.
He missed that one, but again, he drew the double team. It'll stay Cardinals basketball.
And this is by far the most talented team that he's had in his, well, I shouldn't say that. Maybe his freshman year with Adam Schroeder leading the point. But this is the best shot the Cardinals have to play well.
Webster pull-up jumper. That one looked pretty good.
Billy, that's my nephew. I know Uncle Chuck is watching down in North Carolina, and you got to be happy with Billy getting on the board early.
6:10 remaining, opening period. Red Devils basketball. Clemens. Now to Van Landingham. The Red Devils, you'll hear Coach for the Red Devils talk a lot about just giving them as much freedom as you possibly can to create. Here is Van Landingham for three. That one's off the mark. Desmond Bain for the rebound. 6'5", goes up again. Boy, he's gotten a lot bigger. That upper body so strong. Here's Webster again, three-pointer.
My nephew. You know, Desmond is a really multi-talented athlete, really good at baseball and exceptionally good at cornhole. I've lost quite a few games to him, like 21-2.
Here is Gibson on the drive. He's going to be blocked by Bain. Gibson, he needs to stay out of foul trouble. Here's Bain on the drive, the feed, and it goes into the reach of Dickman and out of bounds. Turnover, Cardinals.
And that's the last thing I'll say about Desmond in regards to the competition level. The thing that people forget is with the rise in AAU, he's playing against really good competition in the AAU circuit. Now, granted, it's not in the same team format and structure and from a high school perspective, but he's gone against some really good players from around the country. So I don't think this game is bigger than him.
And Landingham as the Red Devils trying to find an opening. Another near steal by Nick Matthews. Matthews, he's already had a couple of deflections. And we're going to see an early entry here by Christian Harvey, the sophomore guard for the Red Devils. Van Landingham against that 2-3 zone. Webster has length out front. Matthews the quick cover on the wing. But here's what I mean about the Red Devils. They'll get a point and then they'll go 2 minutes without scoring. Van Landingham quickly covered up by that Seton defense. Clemens drives baseline right and then throws it away. Turnover by Richmond. Early offensive woes for the Red Devils, trailing it by 2.
I'm a little surprised Richmond is not putting on more pressure in the backcourt. I know they started out kind of in that zone trap, but they've kind of gone away from that.
Webster, pull-up jumper, got another one, and he's feeling it early.
I mean, when you're related to me.
Yeah, can't help it. 3-point bucket, by the way, 8-3. I thought it was a 2. They called it a 3.
All 8 points for the Cardinals by Billy Webster III.
Here is Gibson for 3, no good. The rebound by Tyrone Washington. Here is Gibson again on the drive, and he'll score for the Red Devils.
Nice job by Bain of staying vertical. That is the one thing that would just absolutely kill the Cardinals' chances, is for Bain to get in foul trouble.
Blocking foul will be called on Tyrone Washington. Josh Juergens, the head coach for the Cardinals.
Richmond High School graduate.
And a former practice player for my girls basketball team here at Richmond.
That's why he didn't move on.
That's right.
Poor coaching. I don't know if you noticed Billy Webster III. He's had some problems with his hip, and he was flexing that. Look at Nick Matthews battling for the rebound.
Evan Williams checking in for the Red Devils. He and Matthews got tied up. Three-pointer as Trey Griffin ties the ball game at 8. Griffin with a couple of threes. Webster crossed the timeline, almost gets fouled as Christian Harvey's checked in.
Watch out for Trent Reichley, the freshman. He will shoot in a heartbeat. He has a very unorthodox shot, but a quick release.
Washington picks up number 2. There you see the score and the time remaining. We're going to see A.J. Ferguson check into the lineup. And a turnover off the inbound. Cardinals give it up.
They are not going to be able to stay in this ball game doing stuff like that.
Here's Harvey on the drive, trying to draw the contact. Evan Williams up with it, blocked by Dickman. And then Williams driving Dickman out of bounds. Three-point shot, no good. And I think another foul on Tyrone Washington just picked up his third.
You're correct.
Well, Tyrone's going to have to play smarter than that as a starter, just picking up his third foul here in the opening period of play, as A.J. will come into the lineup. A.J. Ferguson for the Red Devils. Tied at 8. Matthews, here's Webster, another three, and he missed that one. Matthews with another rebound, and he turns it over. He and Williams mixing it up once again, and that'll be a foul on Matthews. Rick Wedlow's not happy with his ball club in rebounding as they let Matthews get in there twice, and Matthews listed at 5'10". He's not 5'10". Come on.
I wouldn't put any stock in any of the information put in these score guides or roster guides.
Evan Williams. He's going to shoot the three, and Williams hits it. Well, they've been waiting for Williams to do that. That's only his second three of the entire season. Richmond with a 3-point lead. Matthews are going to trap him. Now it'll be Bain on the drive. Contact. Bucket good, and he's fouled. Too late coming over is Adrian Gibson.
That's one of the things Desmond does really well, Troy. Control his body in flight.
Well, what you're looking at there at Rick Wedlow, he wants him, speaking to Gibson, to go there and take the charge.
You know, it's interesting. I saw Rick before the game during warm-ups, and his first comment to me, and many of you may not know that Rick was a coach at Seton for junior high, I believe, years ago. And I know Rick a little bit, and I said hi to him. He said, man, they wouldn't let me put on a jersey tonight. It really wants to play.
Turnover, Richmond. Tied at 11, minute 38 to go. Boy, and that one turned over again, but then A.J. Ferguson steps on the baseline.
I think the Cardinals are still playing a little frenetic. I mean, it's not quite as fluid, and, you know, there's electricity in the atmosphere. I told you that this is by far the biggest crowd they've ever played in front of. I mean, I know they don't have the upper stands pushed all the way back, but for the seating configuration, how they have it, this barn's pretty well packed.
Yeah, it is.
And, you know, I think the Cardinals are still playing a little out of their heads a little bit.
Here's a three-pointer on the way. That one's missed. Bo Carter's checked into the Red Devil lineup. Reichley's the one that missed the three-pointers. Harvey takes it all the way down, and then he throws it away. Well, the sophomore got too deep.
And I have a question for you. This is the first time I've seen Richmond play this year.
We'll hold that because we got a timeout. 1:20 to go, opening period, tied at 11.
Maybe you knew that Indiana University East has world-renowned professors and 50 highly respected IU degree programs. Still, there's someone you should meet. He's a red wolf. He's Rufus, our mascot. He's here for our intercollegiate sports, dozens of student clubs, and to make sure things aren't too, well, tame. Check us out at iue.edu or drop by. But be careful. No leash. IU. Focused on you.
.120 remaining. Brian Cox, Troy Darengowski here at the Tiernan Center. Full house. Again, with the bleachers the way they are, the configuration, as you said, we're still trying to find some open seats. Might have to push a couple of them back. Now the Red Devils. Van Landingham back in the lineup now for Richmond. And that'll be a traveling as they got
Trent
Reichley on the travel.
Yeah, he slipped right there on the right elbow. Well, I have a question again.
Right.
The first time I'm seeing Richmond, are they playing a little out of sorts? Because, I mean, I'm sure they're hearing the talk around town that, Seton, may beat you guys, and that would have never been uttered out of anyone's mouth anytime prior to this year. So you think they're maybe trying to overdo it a little bit?
Yeah, because they haven't played well, and they know there's a possibility that if Seton plays well, they can walk in here and get a win. But again, Richmond just can't score enough. That's, again, the biggest concern I have. Here's Harvey for three. No. And the rebound, Dickman, and a foul by Richmond. It's just come down to the point for Richmond is that, to be honest, they have several good role players. They just don't have any real solid players that you would think of Richmond's had in the past, like the Okafors and those guys. So, but somebody's got to pick it up eventually if Richmond's to do anything this entire season. Reichley, and they'll trap across the timeline. Reichley gets away on the dribble. Dickman covered up quickly by Van Landingham. Dickman throws it up, missed it. Probably not a good shot that time by Dickman.
And Cliff, he's having a tough season. He's arguably one of the better shooters on the team, and this year he's only averaging 6.5 points a game.
Williams way downtown on the three as time runs out in the opening period of play. Cardinals hanging in there, tied at 11 after 1. This is the Wedding on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Are you looking for a quality used car you can trust to take you where you want to go? Stop at Tony's Car Sales at 250 National Road West. Tony's has a top-of-the-line selection of low-mileage, one-owner cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs, all handpicked by Mike and Adrian Parker. Tony's is family-owned with 3 generations and 60 years of experience. Check out their selection at Tony'sCarSales.com or at 250 National Road West. Tony's Car Sales, where honesty, quality, and price sell cars. Hitters Hangout Academy has everything you need to train year-round to become a better player. They offer everything from cage rentals to private lessons and specialized classes. They offer hitting, infield play, outfield play, catching, pitching, strength, and agility for baseball and softball players alike. Their goal is to leave players with a better understanding of the game and to learn why they do certain things, and as always, play the game the right way. For more information, go to their website, hittershangoutacademy.com.
Back at the Tiernan Center, it'll be Seton Cardinals basketball as we open up our second 8 minutes of play in a very low-scoring opening period. Webster falls, and the foul's going to be called as Adrian will pick up number 2. Rick Wedlow not happy as we'll see Evan Williams come back in.
The official talking to Rick, pointing to the other official. Hey, that was his call, not mine.
That's right. Always pass the buck.
When
Bain,
in doubt. That's my motto.
No kidding. Bain going one-on-one against Clemens. Bain spins. Boy, he's tough inside. So strong.
5 now for Dez.
Cardinals lead it by 2. Van Landingham across the timeline as Richmond getting a little stagnant offensively. Trey Griffin with those 2 threes leading the Red Devils in scoring. That'll be Van Landingham. Gets the screen from Clemens. Gibson drives. Left-hand shot good, and that's a guy you've got to get in the scoring column.
Gibson now has 4. Griffin with 6. Williams with 3 for the Red Devils.
Bain almost turns it over. Richmond trying to trap everybody they can as Dickman. And a timeout will be called by the Cardinals.
When that trap comes, going to the corner, the timeline and the sideline, maybe not the best idea.
Yeah, never is. By the way, winner of this game will play tomorrow night at 7. They'll play the winner of Hamilton Heights. They're the defending champions in this one. They'll play Leo tonight, well, at 8:30. It's not going to be 8:30 now. This one got started late. Our coverage tomorrow will begin at 4 o'clock. We'll be on the winner's side, Warren Central and Connorsville, followed by Franklin Central and Fort Wayne North. I'll tell you what, if you didn't see Fort Wayne North, nobody has the size they have.
They're, I would think, the odds-on favorite in this tournament.
I do too.
Particularly, and I don't think they had all their players firing on all cylinders in that game.
And that can be scary.
Yeah. Because Butts played. I mean, Butts really did well in the first quarter. Brooks the second quarter, and that was about it.
Bain misses the shot as he goes to the floor. Yeah, especially if they go in that 3-2 zone with this 6'10", 6'6", and 6'8".
I'll tell you what, number 22, I forget his name for North. That kid was somebody that really stood out to me. Other than the usual, you hear about the Buttses and the Brooks because of the size. 22, I know he was a senior, but I thought he did a great job.
Nick Matthews picks up the foul.
Now, here comes Sam Brennicky as a freshman. He is averaging 5.9 points a game. This is where having Pippinger out sick also hurts the Cardinals. They normally go 6 or 7 depending on the opponent. And, here against the Red Devils, I think this about 6 is going to be about it.
Clemens short on the shot as Williams in there battling for the rebound, and Richmond will get another possession. Here's Van Landingham for 3. So Van Landingham will give the Red Devils a 3-point lead.
2 freshmen on the court now for the Cardinals.
Here is Webster with the basketball, and he traveled with it.
Extending out that defense, Troy, pushing them out deep. I think that's a smart move by Coach Wedlow.
.6:14 remaining here in the second. 3-point lead for Richmond. Cardinals stay in that 2-3 zone. As we mentioned, they are without Colton Pippinger tonight, one of their starters.
I think you will see Cardinals stay in that 2-3 for almost the entire game.
I would too against Richmond.
Well, another reason as well, since the Cardinals aren't that deep, you can't really run around man-to-man, especially against an athletic team like the Red Devils, and keep your guys fresh.
Turnover by Evan Williams. Here is Webster. No, tipped up by Bain. In for the rebound was Brennicky once again. So another rebound inside by a much smaller player. Evan Williams turning it over for the Red Devils, and we'll go to the free throw line. That is now 17 fouls on Richmond. Number 1 on Clemens. And Brennicky at the line. The freshman misses the free throw on the front end of the 1-and-1.
A 50% free throw shooter.
Here is Gibson. Thought about driving with the basketball. Now to be Van Landingham. 5:23 to go. We'll see Christian Harvey coming back in the lineup for the Red Devils. I think if this game stays in the 40s, low 50s, Cardinals will be right in it. Here is Williams. Missed it. Boy, you got to hit that shot.
That was a great pass.
Back the other way. Bucket good, and the foul on Clemens. Reichley.
That'll be his second. I mentioned Trent Reichley, a freshman, averaging 9.3 points per game. And it's really, other than the obvious Desmond Bain and Billy Webster, it's really been one of the brighter spots of this Cardinal season. The emergence of the freshman, particularly Trent Reichley. He's been pushing for starting time, and I think he may have started even if Pippinger had been maybe Nick Matthews would have come off the bench.
Chance to tie the ball game, and he does. Cardinals right back at it at 16 apiece. Boy, Richmond missed a golden opportunity. Williams missing that bunny. Red Devils will work against the zone once again. Griffin off to Van Landingham. Van Landingham down the lane. Floater, no. And Desmond Bain with a rebound. Bain able to clear the boards at 6'5". Bain then turns it over. I think he's got to take that himself.
Well, I think so, but he was afraid of Gibson, I think, closing down the lane and maybe drawing the charge because Desmond's had those kind of calls. But I think on that situation, Gibson bodied up on Reichley. That's kind of a mismatch there from a size perspective, and give a lot of credit to Gibson with a good defensive play there.
Bain picks up the foul. Well, if I'm Desmond, I try to pull up on that shot. Not take it in as far, but pull up for 14.
No, I agree with you. I think in hindsight, I definitely think Desmond should have gone ahead and made the play on the ball. But, this is an interesting thing. This does go back to maybe the level of competition and the level of officiating that you get. Mm-hmm. He's been in those situations where he's gone through, and maybe even the player has been in the circle, and that shot will not count. Lane violation, and have been called for the charge. So I understand maybe his trepidation, but I agree in that situation he probably should have went ahead and pulled up.
Well, a player we haven't seen in a while, Tanner Coyle checking in for Richmond, and A.J. Ferguson will sit down.
Red Devils have Washington with 3 fouls, Gibson and Clemens each with 2. For the Cardinals, Matthews with 2 fouls. And Bain is going to have to be careful. The Cardinals cannot afford for Desmond to get in foul trouble.
Cardinals break the press. That'll be a block on Tanner Coyle.
Reichley, a 67% free throw shooter. He's already 1 for 1 from the line tonight.
Well, Richmond starting to pile up the team fouls, aren't they?
Maybe some in the crowd going call it both ways. 9 team fouls for Richmond, 3 for the Cardinals.
A little fishy. Cardinals lead it by 1.
This isn't a David and Goliath story. Sometimes Goliath should win.
That's right. Second free throw, can't get the roll. Gibson with a rebound. One more game after this, and we've done 8 today. Here's Gibson with a left hand underneath. Now to Coyle, and Tanner misses it. Another close shot.
I think Desmond might have gotten away with one there.
Seton basketball. Here's a 3 by Reichley. Can't get it to go. Rebound and a nice putback. Webster off the rebound thanks to Brennicky.
That is 10 now for Billy.
Cardinals lead it by 3. Cardinals have pulled off one upset this year.
If you're Richmond.
There's a 3 by Van Landingham, though.
If you're Richmond, the more this goes along like this, aren't you giving Seton more and more confidence?
Oh, always, yeah. Yeah, I think if you let them in the fourth quarter, they're going to have every opportunity. By the way, Innocent and Lucky in the stands. A couple of former practice players for the Red Devils who never became eligible. They're playing junior college over in Illinois. Christian Harvey picks up the foul.
For guys who never suited up for the Red Devils, in an official game, I hear more about those guys around town than probably any other Red Devil player in history.
Well, we had a chance to talk with them a little bit a couple of days ago as the Cardinals now lead it by 4. Innocent was down there. Of course, Lucky and Innocent, they have different hairdos. Lucky's hairdo's a little bit more funky. Okafor, Joel was in town as well, but a rebound off the missed free throw.
Bain was 6, an 83% free throw shooter.
Bain will pull up, hit it. Another three-pointer, and the Red Devils down by 7. Red Devils scoring woes continue. Who's going to take the shot? And here's Harvey on the drive, and he may have gotten away with a push-off right there. It'll be a foul.
Trent Reichley.
Reichley picks up
his first. Team's 4th. Now, on another question, if you're Richmond and the lead kind of stays like this, do you find yourself pressing more?
Yeah.
It gets back to it's a lose-lose situation.
Harvey missed it. There's Bain with another rebound. Yeah, you can't win if you're Richmond here.
Right.
If you win by little, people are going to criticize you. Bain throws it away. If you win by a lot, no big deal. But if you lose, 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Harvey on the drive, and that'll be a foul on Webster.
His first, team's 5th.
So Christian Harvey, the sophomore, at the line. I still think at some point, I know that Coach Wedlow is going to have to make a decision. He's really going to have to shorten that bench to the point where there's a couple of players just aren't going to be able to play. I think you need to get these guys in the ball game with rhythm. As the free throw is good, give them a chance to get into the game. A lot of times I think you can sub too much. They're going to get Gibson out of the lineup, Bo Carter back in. Bo started 3 games and went to the bench, and we haven't seen him a whole lot lately, but he can be a difference maker at 6'6".
Harvey's first 2 points of the ball game.
5-point lead at just under 2.5 to go. Cardinals quickly break the trap or break the press right here. Boy,
freshman.
Yeah, help. Here's Bain.
Calling for the isolation. Now a pick from Reichle.
Nice move by Bain, but as his shot blocked by Bo Carter. There's what we talked about. Could be a difference maker. Here is Griffin for 3.
They need to look up. They had Desmond wide open, but again, not a lot of experience on the court.
Webster to the floor, knocks it out of bounds. Turnover for the Cardinals.
Now we're at the point, if we weren't so close to the half, you might even understand maybe a timeout here to get the Cardinals kind of calmed down.
So Richmond basketball, they battle back now, trailing it just by 2.
Cardinals have led by as many as 7.
A.J. Ferguson on the high post. They'll work it down low, intended for Carter, last touched by the Cardinals. One thing about Bo Carter, he's more of a front guy. He didn't like to play too much with his back to the basket. A nice pass inside. He goes for the dunk and missed it. Might have been partially blocked. He has great athleticism, and there's a blocking foul called on the Red Devils. That'll be
Williams.
Evan Williams.
I don't understand that play at all.
The inbound down there?
No,
this one here?
Williams.
Yeah, I don't either.
You know, sometimes it's about game management as well. I mean, you had another Red Devil defender right there. I mean, I understand a trap, but I mean, you weren't even in position for that. Billy now with 11. He is a 71% free throw shooter, averages 15.3 points a game, 2.8 rebounds, and 1 assist.
Boy, he was shooting well early, misses the second.
That is the Cardinals' 4th missed free throw. Again, that's something we've seen a lot of today, Troy. Poor free throw shooting.
Yeah.
It's an epidemic. We talked about that for years, but
well, the Red Devils will get a timeout, trailing it by 3. This is Richmond basketball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Did you know Richmond High School offers 15 advanced placement courses through a partnership with the University of Notre Dame? Did you know Richmond High School had the first high school orchestra in the United States? And did you know Richmond High School is home to a national championship team in the Business Professionals of America? Richmond Community Schools. We are your choice for a quality education. Go to wearerichmond.com.
All the amenities you want and the convenience you need. Your next apartment is waiting for you at Chester Heights Apartments in Richmond. Chester Heights Apartments come with 1, 2, or 3 bedrooms with central air, inside laundry, swimming pool, and a new regulation-size volleyball court. Chester Heights also offers convenient access to IU East, Reed Hospital, shopping, restaurants, and more. Call today for specials. Chester Heights Apartments on Chester Boulevard in Richmond, a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
1:07 remaining before halftime.
You know, they mentioned that Dick Baumgartner is on the list to be a basketball Hall of Fame, or the Naismith Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And they talked about his shooting camps. I believe the greatest shooting camp in the history that he had was run by you,
yes,
I think.
It was. Here's Williams. Misses by 3, and the 3. Here's Bo Carter. Tried to go back up with it and lost it. You know, where are my 12 wins going to get some credit?
I think it's a travesty.
I think it is, too.
Reichle
Boy.
Missed the opportunity to pass it to Brennecke. That would have been a much better play.
Yeah. 38 seconds remaining. Red Devils still trail it by 3.
You have been an overlooked contributor to the athletic prowess of Richmond High School.
I got to tell you, here's Gibson. I was the highest paid girls coach in the state of Indiana per win. Gibson misses.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully so. 14 seconds.
That was a pretty nice move and nice pass. Brennecke's got to finish that.
Yep, and he did. Give the assist. Again to Desmond Bain. 5 seconds. Williams.
Guard the shooters.
Yep, here's Harvey. Lost it on the floor, and that'll do it for the first half. Cardinals trying to pull off the upset. Lead it by 5 at halftime. The halftime numbers coming up. This is Richmond Basketball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Do you need help taking care of your car? I know we do, because Troy can barely change the position of the seat. That's why we take our cars to Beach Automotive at 110 East Main Street in Richmond. We've been relying on Brad and his crew for years, and they always take good care of us without breaking the bank. For great auto service by trained professionals, call Beach Automotive at 966-8181 or visit their website at beach-auto.com.
Are new cabinets on your wish list? Visit the new Georgia Direct showroom and see the great variety of cabinets on display in a modern setting. Georgia Direct carries quality craft-made one cabinets, and the new showroom has plenty of styles and colors on display. In Richmond, craft-made one is only available at Georgia Direct, where the designers are always on hand to help create a custom kitchen for your home. Visit Georgia Direct's new showroom on 40 East, next to Red Lobster. You'll love what you see, and you'll love the savings at Georgia Direct.
The dealership where I bought my car told me I needed new tires. So, of course, I stopped by Best One and asked Roger to take a look. So they checked it out, and he told me not yet. He said I was good for at least another 10,000 miles. I've always gotten an honest opinion at Best One, and so will you.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark at Best One Tire and Service. We'll only sell you tires when you need new tires, and they'll be the right tires for your car or truck. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
Maybe you haven't heard, but there's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show Cheers. You know, where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some of your friends and try out a game of live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else are you going to find this kind of variety, along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, Richmond Power and Light is advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. For more information on Richmond Power and Light, go to their website at rp-l.com. Richmond Power and Light. Together, we make powerful partners.
Power up!
Preparing students for lives of
Choice. Purpose. Service.
We are charged and ready for class.
We know what it's like to be connected in ways that have never been available in the past.
We need to end the digital divide.
Richmond Community Schools' Power Up One-to-One technology plan is for students and faculty. It will integrate technology into the future of limitless possibilities. To learn more, visit us at wearerichmond.com.
The last time I was in for service at Best One, I let Roger know my brakes were squeaking. So they checked them out, and Roger told me it was just a little moisture. Not to worry, everything was fine. Well, that was just the reassurance I needed. I trust the team at Best One, just like I trust my own dad.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark. At Best One Tire and Service, we only fix what needs to be fixed. When your car or truck leaves our shop, the service you request will be done right. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
Well, if you've just joined us, that halftime score is correct. Cardinals lead the Red Devils 26-21, and I think there's a little nervousness going on right now if you're a Red Devil fan.
I would say you still have some confidence, but I would think you have maybe changed your opinion a little bit about Seton.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of basketball left to be played, and certainly anything can happen. Richmond could go on a huge run and win by 30. But, it's interesting for me, being around both programs, at least Richmond tacitly over the years. There's previous members of former coaching staff here who said, Desmond Bain couldn't play for me, couldn't even get on my bench. They might take him now. I mean, I don't know, maybe not. But it's just interesting that, again, we talked about that in the pregame, how it's a big brother versus little cousin kind of thing. I think maybe changed a little opinions, but again, it's still so early. A lot of things could happen. Cardinals could get into foul trouble. You could have injuries. You could go cold shooting. Just a myriad of things. But so far, for the Cardinals, leading the way, Billy Webster III with 11, Desmond Bain with 9, Trent Reichley with 4, Sam Brinicki with 2. That should be 26 for the Cardinals. For the Red Devils, leading the way is Griffin with 9 on 3 three-point shots, Gibson with 4, Van Landingham and Williams each with 3, and Harvey with 2. That should be the 21 for the Richmond Red Devils.
What asinine statement. Who was that made that statement about Desmond Bain couldn't play?
I'm old. I don't quite remember, maybe, but it was said to me in this very building, directly opposite of where we're sitting during a semi-state game where Trey Lyles nearly lost the game when Bedford, Bloomington, North or South? One of the Bloomingtons kind of came back.
Bloomington South.
Yeah, the one with Crean's son on there, Riley. But yeah, it's interesting. It's let me ask you this: on the if, and it's a big if, a lot of basketball to be played. If the score holds where the Cardinals are fortunate enough to come out with a victory, where would this rank in terms of upsets?
This would be, in my estimation, the biggest upset in Richmond basketball history.
Short of Randolph Southern.
Randolph Southern winning the sectional that year, yeah. By the way, Richmond only shot 26% in that first half. They were 7 of 27. And they out-rebounded the Red Devils by 3, and Desmond Bain had 10 of those.
That's the most shocking thing to me, the rebound disparity. 18 to 15. And you say disparity, it's only 3. I could have really reasonably seen it to be 18 to 5. I mean, the Cardinals do not have a lot of size.
No.
They have Bain and Webster III with some athleticism. And I'll tell you what, inch for inch, players like Reichley and Dickman get a lot out of their stature. But I would have never guessed that.
No, I wouldn't have either. So Red Devils cold shooting. They didn't rebound. Those are 2 areas where the Red Devils, again, have struggled this year, rebounding and shooting.
Well, and here's another stat that I would have been shocked at the Cardinals. If you'd have told me Cardinals have 9 turnovers to Richmond 6, I wouldn't have thought the Cardinals would have really been within striking distance. I mean, that's something that the Cardinals are going to have to take care of in the second half, is take care of the ball. And that turnover number for them to win, I don't think it can be more than 12 or 13.
No, I agree.
Total.
Yeah. Well, we'll come back. Second half is coming up. Red Devils trail it by 5. Second half action on the way. This is the Wedig right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hey, Chuck, where you headed? Spinning's about to start.
I'm heading to CrossFit.
Isn't that for, the elite lifters or athletes only?
No. At FFW CrossFit, all workouts can and will be scaled to any ability level to welcome everyone.
Sounds great. I need to get out of the same old workout routine. I'm just not sure I can keep up. It seems pretty intense.
No real lifting experience is needed. FFW CrossFit teaches you everything you need to know and move at your own pace in a positive, motivating environment.
You know, I've always wanted to give it a try. I'll see you there.
Learn more at ffwcrossfit.com.
You've got too much stuff in your house or in your business and nowhere to put it all. What do? Here's the answer. Quaker City Storage in Richmond. Quaker City Storage offers various size units for either short-term or long-term storage. You'll get the best rates in town, and you always have 24-hour lighted access to your stuff. Quaker City Storage on Industrial Parkway next to A House Tool. Quaker City Storage is a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
Summit Computers manufactures their own line of competitively priced workstations and servers with only high-quality parts. They are registered and certified business partners with many manufacturers, distributors, and companies to offer competitive pricing as a value-added reseller. Their experienced technicians have a proven track record and are an invaluable support team for your information technology needs. Contact Summit at 939-2120 and at summit-computers.com. If you would like your athlete to take their game to the next level, look no further. New Vision Sports and their staff has over 20 years of experience in coaching and developing the serious-minded athlete. New Vision specializes in improving your basketball skills, overall speed, and agility. Find them on Facebook or Twitter, or give them a call at 765-977-5831. Again, call 765-977-5831, or go to their website at newvisionsports.com.
Back here at the Tiernan Center, there you see the Cardinals getting ready for second half action. You'd mentioned turnovers here in the second half, probably the key for the Cardinals. I think Red Devils, they got to fix that offense somehow. And I'm not sure they've got anybody right now that can get that job done. If it's not going to be Adrian Gibson, I don't know there's anybody else that's a real proven go-to guy.
Is there no one that can dribble penetrate to break through that 2-3? Or, I mean, obviously I know you want to do it with the pass in either probing passes or switch directions, but I would try to take some stuff to the basket and try to get the Cardinals into foul trouble.
Just don't have that personnel. You don't have the Okafor, the Day Webster that you had a year ago that could make that penetration.
A dangerous pass, and Trent Reichley late. That's his second foul.
Or if he gets over a little bit more on that rotation, that's another turnover.
And frankly, it should have been, to be honest with you, because that was kind of telegraphed. I mean, I asked you during the break, the Red Devils came out with 1:20.
Clemens missed the layup.
11th rebound for Desmond Bain, and I think that's a quick whistle there. That's maybe the second on Ferguson. No, not Ferguson. That may be the third on Clemens.
Yeah, got Clemens for number 3.
That's 3 on Washington and 3 on Clemens. But the Red Devils came out with 1:20 remaining in halftime. They got out on the court at about 1, and at 44 seconds they were back on the bench.
Yeah.
Is that typical? 15 seconds of warm-up?
No, not even close, and I'm sure they got an earful at halftime. You go over some strategy and make adjustments, but when you're mad at your basketball team, and I'm sure this coaching staff wasn't real happy, you let them know it. That is Dickman on the drive, missed it. Gibson with a rebound.
I think if the Cardinals are going to continue this performance and maybe come out with a win, I think Dickman has got to score close to double figures.
Clemens on the drive and Richmond on the board. A little more aggressive that time for Clemens.
A lot of attention being paid to Desmond Bain defensively. And again, the Cardinals throw the ball on the trap and going to have to waste a timeout for poor basketball IQ.
Got to keep it away from the sideline, knowing the Red Devils are going to trap. Red Devils trail it by 3 here in the third.
Injured athletes can be evaluated at Reed Orthopedic Center, 1400 Highland Road in Richmond. Request a same-day or next-day appointment to be evaluated by medical professionals who specialize in strains, sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, concussions, and other sports-related orthopedic issues. Call 935-8905. That's 935-8905. Or request an appointment online at reedortho.org. Reed Orthopedic Center, 1400 Highland Road in Richmond.
There are certain trap areas on the floor, and one of those, the sideline, especially when you have inexperienced players. And Seton will have to, as you said, keep that ball away, and that's a three-pointer by Desmond Bain. And the Red Devils down by 6. Bain showing his outside shooting.
He really is a really good shooter. I mean, nice job altering the shot, but give credit to Gibson getting his 6th point. Nice job of body control by Gibson. Desmond can shoot. I've heard some people say, well, I haven't seen him hit a jump shot. Well, I've covered the Cardinals enough where I've seen Desmond put on a show.
Bain splitting 2 defenders, almost losing it. Webster will find Dickman for 3. Got it. And when they start hitting those, you know that you're in trouble.
And I'm telling you, it's going to be exceptionally important for the Cardinals to get Dickman hot. And I'm telling you, he is a really good shooter. It's just having an off year.
Yeah, I noticed his numbers were down a little bit coming into this one. And now the Red Devils down by 7. Clemens on the drive, and they're going to call the foul. We'll get Matthews.
That's his third. He's got to sell that a little bit better. I mean, he was in position to take the charge.
Yeah.
And I think he just moved at the last minute. And that's going to bring Sam Brennecke back in.
Well, here's one thing that I've noticed now at the beginning of the third is Clemens' free throw is no good. You're seeing Clemens now taking the ball to the basket. You mentioned that earlier, and I haven't seen anybody else do it, but Clemens so far now doing it here in the third quarter.
And I'd like to see Desmond do that more, but the Red Devils defense, I think they have done a really nice job of curtailing Desmond's ability to drive.
6-point lead. Second free throw is good. Webster's been kind of quiet.
No,
that's an over and back.
Freshman mistake.
Yep. Reichley got trapped at midcourt, and so a turnover for the Cardinals.
And I think that was a nice job of some senior leadership. Instead of berating the kid, kind of giving him a pat on the back and say, hey, just keep in the game. Because that's another player in Trent Reichley that the Cardinals may need a three-point shot from down the road.
Gibson from the free throw line.
That is now 8 points for Gibson.
It's important that he stay out of foul trouble and stay on the ball game.
Don't get to the sideline.
And the ball loose. Webster can't save it. Turnover Cardinals.
Let's see if the Cardinals switch up that offensive counter to the trap and see if they take Reichley out of the center of the court and maybe put somebody with a little more experience in that role, either Dickman or Webster.
Ball tipped in the air, and boy, a 3-second call off the pass.
Against Washington.
Yeah. That ball was tipped in the air, though, by a Seton player. I think once it's touched like that, the 3 seconds would start over. Cardinals break the press all on passes. And that'll be a blocking foul, I think, on Gibson. Wow.
I don't know that that's the right call. That's his third. So Washington, Gibson, and Clemens each with 3. It's something I think we mentioned maybe off air at halftime, but I thought that the first 2 minutes of this quarter were going to be very telling to see if Richmond.
Another foul.
Offensive? No.
I
thought that was an offensive foul. That's on number 4.
Van Lanningham?
That's his first. But so far, Richmond hasn't done a lot here in this third quarter to counter what the Cardinals are doing.
Bain fadeaway jumper as he took that right over Red Devils defensive.
That's 14 for Desmond.
That was Adrian Gibson on defense for the Red Devils. Here is Gibson inside, and he'll slam it home.
That was excellent ball movement and a nice job by Gibson getting his 10th point of filling the lane.
Boy, there's that sideline again. Got to stay away from it. Bain for 3. Yes.
I'm telling you, that kid can shoot. That's 17 for Dez. 7-point lead. I believe that ties the largest lead of the game. First time I've said that in this broadcast.
So now Richmond down by 7 halfway through the third. Boy, Griffin hasn't attempted a shot recently. Clemens on the drive. Shot, no. Bain with another rebound for the Cardinals. Richmond, if they fall down by 10, they could be in real trouble in that fourth period. Williams set to come back in. Also A.J. Ferguson. Here's another 3. Good. Desmond Bain.
That is his third three-pointer of this quarter. 4th overall. He now has 20. And that is a 10-point lead.
Near steal again for Dickman. Short is Clemens. I'm going to take that back. Off the shot is, Derek Clemens. He missed them both. And now the Cardinals trying to build in a 10-point lead. Van Lanningham against Clemens. Bucket good and a foul.
Josh Jurgens is more excited than anyone in the building.
Richmond down by 12.
And listen to the booing. How often have you heard that in this barn?
Because of the bad call? No, I just...
Second foul on Van Landingham. I know there was a lot of that because of the call, but I'm thinking there's a little bit of it for some other reasons. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before.
Richmond, that's free throws missed, and then Williams doesn't box out down low, and what do we got here, a foul or a jump ball?
Well, I think one official was thinking one thing, another thing, but it is a jump ball.
It'll be Cardinal basketball.
But again, that's a freshman battling with some guys that easily have him beat in the height department, and he just battles. I mean, that goes to positioning Troy, it goes to boxing out, a lot of other things. Bain really needed that to fall, and Reichley is going to be called for a foul. That's his third. So Matthews and Reichley each with 3 for the Cardinals. Washington, Gibson, and Clemens each with 3 for the Red Devils. Would you have expected a 12-point lead?
No. If maybe Richmond, but...
Yeah, that's what I mean. You wouldn't have expected a 12-point lead by the Cardinals. Every second that goes by, the Cardinals are going to gain more and more confidence unless the Red Devils start to make a big-time push.
Boy, and there's a poke in the eye right there for Desmond Bain.
12 points for Gibson. Webster needs to hit this.
But another offensive rebound for the Cardinals. Red Devils just a very bad rebounding basketball team. Man, it's just true.
I don't know what else you can say about that.
You're getting out rebounded in this one, and you know that Seton's not very big themselves. That'll be a travel.
They got to stop this stuff if they want to win this ball game.
2:19 remaining now in the third, and Richmond down by 10.
If you're keeping score at home, I think Rick has thrown his jacket down twice.
Yeah, he keeps trying to find something else to throw. Williams will find Griffin. Griffin not even looking, and Harvey turns it over for the Red Devils. Well, and you can see Richmond's bench. They're a little nervous. Here's Bain. He'll pull up and missed it, but was challenged that time by Gibson.
Yeah, I think Gibson did a really nice job defensively there. Just move your feet. He looked like he stepped on the end line.
Wow.
That official was right there.
Williams hits the three. Much needed bucket there for the Red Devils. Yeah, he stepped out of bounds.
Williams with 6.
Red Devils got a break right there. Back to 7. Here's Dickman for 3. Answered it.
Splash. That is 6 for Dickman. 2 3-pointers in this quarter. He's feeling it. That's a heat check.
Yeah, Williams misses that one. Gibson with a rebound. Blocked by Desmond Bain. He thought he got all ball. We'll go to the line.
Desmond second.
Loser of this game will play tomorrow at 1:30. Winner will play at 7.
There's some electricity in this place. A lot of buzzing.
Well, you get to this point, people kind of sensing an upset coming.
I tell you what, I have been impressed with Gibson. Again, I haven't seen the Red Devils play this year. He's got 12 points, but it seems like he battles and he cares.
He does. But they got to have him on the floor. He gets into foul trouble at times.
Well, yeah, he's got 3 now. He is now 1 for 3 from the free throw line. 13 points overall. Now you're going to see full court man. Now they're going to back out of that.
Yeah, going a little zone trap here if they can find a way to trap. There's a foul on Harvey as he will pick up the trip.
His second. That'll be the team's 6th. Or the team's 5th, excuse me.
Right now, Red Devils don't have a score on the floor. Gibson sitting on the bench. Here is Dickman, a little floater. He passed up the 3.
I would have rather seen him pull the 3 if he was going. And now he falls, backing up. Hope he's not hurt. He's slow. He's hurt.
Yes, he is.
That is not good. That is not good.
Here's Williams, lost it. And Williams diving. And what do we got here? Turnover by Richmond. And Dickman is down.
This is no bueno.
He might have twisted his ankle.
And that he was by himself, just I think maybe backpedaling. And will this go against Cardinal, the injured player that goes against them on their timeouts? Is that right? Or is it an official's timeout?
I think they will challenge. I think it'll be the team timeout. Boy, now you lose Dickman.
With Pippinger already out. And let's hope this is something that he can get back in the game. I don't know how likely that's going to be. I'm thinking he's out for the rest of the game.
Red Devils going to their bench. .6 remaining. Williams trying to go for the steal. Webster crossed the timeline, and he traveled with it. So now the question is, two guys gone now for the Cardinals. Can they hold on? They get a little bit smaller, too, in this lineup. But still hold on to a 9-point lead. And the Red Devils just throw it away. Wow.
Yeah, the Cardinals gave you a gift there with their own turnover. And obviously just miscommunication. One player thought he was going to be stationary. The other went for the cut.
So now more pressure put on Desmond Bain. They'll play for the final shot now of the third quarter. Here's Bain. 17 seconds and counting here in the third. They're going to try to clear it out.
Calling for a pick.
Yep, Webster's going to screen. Bain drives, lost it. 5 seconds. Van Landingham with 3, 2, and at the buzzer, no. We head to the fourth. Cardinals lead this one by 9. Cardinals look for the upset as we head to the fourth. This is the Wedigan Radio Troy Digital Sports.
It's game time. The Sportsplex is now open. Get your teams together and come out for basketball, volleyball, soccer, tennis, golf, batting cages, wrestling, and much, much more. The Sportsplex also offers court rentals for your entire team to play a pickup game or to hold practices. Use our turf fields for multiple sports, including flag football, baseball fielding, and rugby. Sportsplex is open 7 days a week. Check out FamilyFitnessWorks.com for more information and current hours, or call 765-935-0111.
There's only one place to go on the World Wide Web to find the best automotive deals. Wetzelauto.com. One of the area's largest inventories all in one spot. Wetzelauto.com. Here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Wetzelauto.com. New and used vehicles, service, parts, body shop, and rental. Plus, value your trade. It's easy to navigate. It's convenient. Wetzelauto.com. It's clickin' awesome.
Red Devils basketball. Clemens returning to the Richmond lineup. Van Landingham, Trey Griffin, A.J. Ferguson, and also back in Adrian Gibson. Here's Gibson, 15-footer, good. Good start for the Red Devils.
15 now for Adrian.
Cardinals, now the question is for the Cardinals, certainly want to survive this one if they can, but certainly your attack is a little bit different. Here's a 3, good from the wing. That's Reichley.
Told you that unorthodox shot. He has 7. He has that Reggie Miller. He's a lefty, but he has that Reggie Miller shooting motion where his hand crosses the path of the other hand. But he's been a nice find for the Cardinals. I mentioned averaging 9.3 points per game, and he has 7.
Gibson and a foul call on Bain.
Third foul on Dez. Matthews, Reichley, and Bain each with 3 for the Cardinals. Washington, Gibson, Clemens with 3 for the Red Devils. And real quick, Desmond Bain, and the one loss the Cardinals had was last week against University over at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Desmond found out early in that fourth quarter. Cardinals only lost by 1, which I think is, University is a ranked team in 1A as Gibson makes that free throw. He has 16 points. 9-point lead now for the Cardinals. But that may be, one of the growing up moments for that Cardinal squad, Troy, is they actually had the lead with 15 seconds to go or 19 seconds to go. University drove down and put up the winning basket.
1 of 2 for Gibson. I don't care what your shot looks like. If it goes in, you can bounce it off the top of your head as long as it goes in.
Gibson is 2 for 5 from the free throw line.
And over and back on Desmond. Turnover for the Cardinals.
Adrian Gibson did a nice job of running out on Dez as he was driving to come for that trap and created that turnover. Losing Dickman is going to hurt the Cardinals, Troy.
Yeah.
I mean, that is without question. They're going to need to weather this storm.
That'll be a kick by Webster.
The other thing, Billy Webster III, after a strong first half in that third quarter, he didn't score a point.
Yeah.
Now, granted, Desmond went off for, 13 in the quarter, and Dickman had those couple of threes, but Billy is going to need to get back in that scoring column.
6:42 to go here in the fourth. As Seton looking for the upset, they lead it by 9. Clemens driving. Tyree Hampton misses, and the putback good.
And you see the effect of those 3 fouls on Bain. He wasn't as aggressive as he would have liked to have been.
Mentioned Tyree Hampton getting some varsity time here tonight.
Trap.
Yep.
Now Brennicky will fire a 3 as well.
That shot is no good as Clemens gets the rebound. Matthews missing. Hampton waiting for help. It'll be Van Landingham. Lead down to 7. This one right now you would figure with having Dickman out of the lineup now would favor the Red Devils right here. Gibson turns and hits.
Gibson now with 7 in the quarter. A 7-3 run to start this fourth quarter for the Red Devils. Nice move by Brennicky, the freshman. Got to get that. Got to go off the glass there, I think. Why do we have a jump ball? What once was a 12-point lead is now only 5 and a chance to make it 2.
Yep.
That's a good timeout by Josh Juergens. 12 points now for Griffin.
Timeout on the floor. 2-point lead. Cardinals on top.
Mancino's Pizza and Grinders, the very best in pizza and grinders. We use only the highest quality meats, cheeses, and vegetables. It's impossible not to taste the difference. Every morning we bake our bread to ensure our customers the freshest sandwiches. Mancino's offers more than grinders. They also have fantastic specialty pizzas and salads. Stop by for lunch, dinner, or after the game. Mancino's, 217 National Road West in Richmond. The taste of quality you expect.
Reynolds Plumbing, the area's leader in residential and commercial plumbing. Fast, friendly, 24-hour emergency service. You name it, they can fix it. Whether it's installation, remodeling, sump pumps, well pumps, water heaters, or sewer camera service, they now have service on heating and air conditioning. Give them a call at 966-0994 for free estimates. Reynolds Plumbing, 198 South 2nd Street in Richmond.
Brian, when Dickman went down and you don't have a deep bench, you kind of felt that if Richmond starts getting things going, that they're going to get back into this ball game. And that's exactly what they have done.
Absolutely. Not only does it take away your depth, it takes away somebody that spaces the court, with the ability to hit a three-point shot and to shoot in general. And, I think this is a situation, Troy, where Desmond Bain is just going to have to take over. Now you see the change. Billy Webster III initiated the offense in the backcourt. Desmond is going to have to show why he's a D1 prospect. I've heard people say low D1. Who cares? It's a D1 prospect. The kid is good. He's going to have to hit that. And he got fouled.
Yep. Tylee Hampton commits the foul, and I believe that'll be a three-point shot, and it is. I don't think Hampton can guard him one-on-one. He's going to need a little bit of help. But to certainly foul him that far away from the basket.
I mentioned Desmond coming into this ballgame an 83% free throw shooter. He is now 3 for 5. Now with 24 points. These are big free throws.
Yeah, real big.
I mean, this was a one-possession game, and I think the Cardinals are a little shell-shocked. And a good call by Rick Wedlow getting Gibson back on the floor. I mean, I'm sure he could use the blow there, but you need that guy on the court.
Tylee Hampton will sit down. Those are the most minutes Hampton has put in. He was playing mostly junior varsity throughout the season. Under 5 minutes remaining in this one. Red Devils trail it by 5.
I think if I'm Richmond, I go down low and try to get that fourth foul on Bain.
Yeah.
And they're going to get the fourth on Matthews.
Yep. Not the prettiest of shots that time by Tyrone Washington.
You can see John Blevins and Josh Juergens talking down to the bench, and they're kind of in a quandary. You know what? What do you do? You've already got two of your freshman subs on the court. Looks like it's going to be Adam Deitch who gets a little bit closer to Blevins in between Juergens' brother and John Blevins.
Well, the thing is, you also have to think about you still have 3 more games to play in this tournament. 1 of 2 there for Washington. Still a 4-point lead.
That was Washington's first point of this ball game. Again, Billy Webster III had a great first half and has been quiet here in the second half. No points.
I think he's got to pick it up, too.
That's a freshman driving to the hoop. That's another freshman.
A lot of contact, no whistle.
One of the two of those guys has got to finish those plays.
They leave Van Landingham alone. Now it'll be Clemens.
Don't leave your feet here either.
The winner of this game will play the winner of Hamilton Heights and Leo coming up next. And that is not going to be, by the way, an 8:30 start time. 4 minutes to go on this one.
I do like the fact that the Red Devils are not rushing. I mean, there's no reason to panic. You got 4 minutes. Cardinals, you know that they're wounded. You know they're in some foul trouble. If you're going to be aggressive, that's great, but there's no reason to rush.
Gibson outside. Here's a 3. Good. Another big 3 by Griffin.
He has 15. All of his points on 3-point shots.
And it's a 1-point ball game.
When's the last time the Red Devils have led? It was in the first quarter, wasn't it, or second?
It may have been early second.
Yeah, it was definitely in the first half, though. Cardinals absolutely need a bucket, and he will shoot it.
And he got it. Reichley.
That's 10 for the freshman. He has no memory.
Gibson driving, and Bain kind of flopped on that one.
He flopped before Gibson got to him. That is a good no call.
I think he should have stepped over and taken the charge, though, again.
Oh, I think he should have taken the charge, but you're right. He flopped before Gibson got to him.
Yeah.
And Gibson, again, having a good quarter. He's got 22.
Cardinals lead it by 2.
Don't leave Reichley alone. Do not sleep on that young man.
Bain will spin and a foul called.
Juergens animated getting Bain to come over.
1 and bonus now time for the Cardinals.
That is a first foul on Griffin.
Well, that was a mismatch down low. You saw Bain had Trey Griffin on him, and
that was a quick baseline spin. Yeah. Nice feet. Good job of going quickly. Desmond has hit 3 of his last 4 free throws. He now has 26 points, averaging 30 points a game. They say leading the state. I don't know how you can accurately track that because I don't know that there's one portal that you can see everybody. People use max preps and stuff, but I don't think all of that's accurate.
No, not everybody participates.
Right. So 27 now for Desmond. 4-point lead.
2.5 to go. Will the Cardinals pull off the biggest upset in this tournament for sure? And the biggest upset since Randolph Southern came in here and won a sectional. There is Gibson.
11 points in the quarter, 24 for Gibson.
2:18 remaining. Red Devils trail it by 2.
Hitters Hangout Academy has everything you need to train year-round to become a better player. They offer everything from cage rentals to private lessons and specialized classes. They offer hitting, infield play, outfield play, catching, pitching, strength, and agility for baseball and softball players alike. Their goal is to leave players with a better understanding of the game and to learn why they do certain things, and as always, play the game the right way. For more information, go to their website, hittershangoutacademy.com.
Hey, Chuck, where you headed? Spinning's about to start.
I'm heading to CrossFit.
Isn't that for, like, the elite lifters or athletes only?
No, at FFW CrossFit, all workouts can and will be scaled to any ability level to welcome everyone.
Sounds great. I need to get out of the same old workout routine. I'm just not sure I can keep up. It seems pretty intense.
No real lifting experience is needed. FFW CrossFit teaches you everything you need to know and move at your own pace in a positive, motivating environment.
You know, I've always wanted to give it a try. I'll see you there.
Learn more at ffwcrossfit.com.
2:18 remaining. Cardinals on top by 2.
Desmond Bain and Trent Reichley, the only Cardinals to score in this quarter for Seton. Griffin, Washington, and Gibson, the only Red Devils to score, and Washington just had the 1 point. It's been the Adrian Gibson show, and Griffin with his 3-pointers for the Red Devils, and for the Cardinals, it's been Trent Reichley's 2 3-pointers and Desmond Bain at the free throw line.
They're going to try to get out of the Bain's hands, though. Tylee Hampton back in for the Red Devils.
You notice that they are starting to close out a lot more quickly on Trent Reichley.
There's a whistle and a foul. They'll get Hampton, I believe, again, and they'll go back to the line. Boy, you get one more. I think it was at 8 or 9. That'll be, I thought that was number 9, but scoreboard says 18 fouls. After that, you get to 10, you're in big trouble in the double bonus, especially if this guy's at the line. Calmly steps up and hits another one.
Now 8 of 10 from the free throw line in this ball game. All 6 of his points in this quarter have come from the stripe. He has 28.
One thing for sure, and I said it earlier, second free throw is good. You have seen Rick Wedlow shorten that bench. He has not gone to very many players here in the second half.
All right, if you're Josh Juergens, what do you do defensively to try to protect this 4-point lead and prevent Gibson from continuing to hurt you?
Don't let him shoot that ball.
That's 13. He has 26 overall.
1:36 to go.
Now Billy Webster, he's had trouble with that hip, and it's giving him more and more problems.
Cardinals about as banged up, they may have to suit you up eventually.
Oh, I can give him some minutes in the paint.
I know you could.
I mean, I'm not going to go full court. I mean, I'm going to stay in one spot.
Boy, they got the 5-second call on Desmond Bain. And so the Red Devils a chance to tie or take the lead with a 3 right here.
You can see Desmond mentioning to Billy Webster III about talking. Somebody's got to let him know.
Red Devils basketball.
This is a big possession, Troy.
Here's Clemens back again to Gibson. Van Landingham. 65 seconds remaining. Gibson, no. Rebound, Cardinals. And now the Red Devils 55 seconds away. Here comes the double team, and a foul called on Richmond.
Is that Van Landingham?
Yep.
That'll be his 3rd. Is that the team's 9th?
Yep.
Okay.
But guess who you put to the line again?
Desmond's hit 7 in a row.
He hits them both. You're looking at a 2-possession game with 49.6. Seton trying to pull off their second upset this season. They beat Northeastern. They were ranked number 1 in 2A, and the Red Devils not ranked and really struggling this year, but still a 4A school. And on your own home floor. Both free throws are good. Red Devils down by 4.
That is 9 free throws in this quarter.
Evan Williams will come in.
3-point prowess. 3-point prowess. He's hit 2. He's got 6 points.
What do the Red Devils do right here? Clemens. Williams. 3-pointer. No, way off. Rebound. Gibson put back good. 31.6. Timeout on the floor.
15 in the quarter for Gibson. 28 overall. Desmond Bain leading all scorers with 31.
We're going to keep it right here.
I would say that this has exceeded my expectations. I know you guys, they see Richmond all the time, not happy. But I think from a competitive game standpoint, with my cursory knowledge of Richmond, first time I'm seeing them, I would say this has been a very entertaining basketball game and a probably B- to C+ in terms of well played by both squads. We've had some turnovers and missed free throws and some inexplicable kind of shot selections, but overall, I think this has been a very good game.
Well, one thing about the Red Devils, and again, this is no knock. There's a reason why you've only won 2 games. I mean, the Red Devils are just not overall a very good basketball team. They may still win this here tonight. As Bain loses the basketball, big turnover. Richmond will get it back. Chance here with 22 seconds. Clemens will take the shot and miss it. Seton gets the rebound. And here's Webster. 15 seconds on the clock. Bain trying to get away from the defense.
Why are you not fouling?
They're trying.
That's almost flagrant. Rick Wedlow is apoplectic. You let a good 10 to 12 seconds go off of the clock needlessly.
Yeah.
And what a gift that Desmond Bain gave the Red Devils. And that was good defense, actually, that caused him. He tried to go the behind-the-back dribble, and the Red Devils were there.
Bain has not missed a free throw, has he?
Oh, he's missed 2, but he hasn't missed any in this quarter.
Yeah. By the way, Van Landingham, I'll take that back. Gibson picked up the foul. Here's Williams back in.
That was Gibson's 4th. Desmond, 10 of 10 from the free throw line in this quarter.
He hits this one, it's over. You have 8.4. Well, it's a 2-possession game now.
Yeah, but 8.4. There still can be some things that happen.
5
you can't
seconds.
Just give up a.
And Richmond's going to lose.
Wow. This is one for the books. This is about as shocking as. I'm not going to lie. I expected Seton to come in here and kind of prove some doubters wrong and to play a lot better than a lot of people thought. And this is a big win. It's a big win for this program. That's impressive.
Final score, Seton 62, Richmond 58. Seton will play tomorrow at 7. The Red Devils will go to the losers bracket. They will play at 1:30 against the loser of Hamilton Heights and Leo. Final score, Cardinals beat the Red Devils 62-58. This has been the Wedding right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.